This is a demo video to teach you how to use the CRM system Clinchpad. All you need to do is go to the URL www.clinchpad.com and click on login. You will be routed to a sign-in box where you put in your user credentials, your username and password, and click sign in. Upon signing in, you will be taken to your dashboard. Let me quickly introduce the dashboard to you all. This section is from where you could view your pipeline. So there are two types of pipelines that we have in our business. We have a renewal pipeline and a new pipeline. To-dos is the section of notes that you make for yourself or action points that you set for yourself on the CRM, and you can follow up with customers by adding to-dos. Insights basically gives you an overview in terms of the reports of how you're performing, etc. And I'll come to that towards the end of the training. More is basically where you can see your archived leads, you can get your contact lists, products that you're selling, etc. Causes, as in causes of winning or causes of losses. Once you log in, you would have more or less a clean dashboard. I'm going to use my account to show you how to create a lead and then track the lead through the various sales process cycles. So this is my sales leads account where I'm tracking my lead. To add a lead, all you need to do is simply give your lead a name. For example, my lead is called XYZ School, and I click add lead. Automatically, this lead gets added here within the qualified leads section. You can view it by simply typing within the search box the same name if you have a long list like mine, and you find the school. When you click it, you will be taken inside the lead. Now, as you can see, this is a new lead and it's blank. So let us populate the stages and the other information for this lead. I will add a contact for this lead. So XY School has a school teacher, head of Arabic, named Mr. Hassan. And I click add contact. Now I can add other information for the head of Arabic department. So designation head of Arabic, email hassan@xyzschool.com, contact number, whatever is the number of the person, address, say Dubai, Al Barsha, organization XYZ School, and you click create. So contact will be added. You can add multiple contacts to a specific school lead. Then the next section is emails that I want to show you. And emails has this link. This link, you can use it to copy it and BCC. For example, I'm sending, say, a new email from my Gmail to this lead, and I'm sending him an introduction email. So I'm saying compose to XYZ to Hassan at xyzschool.com. All right, subject request for a meeting. And what I do is I simply hit the BCC and I paste this CRM link here. And then I type my email to him. So, dear sir, I'd like to meet with you, blah, blah, blah. And hit send. I'm just doing this as a test to show you all. So I'm not typing the full email. Here you go. And that will show up in your emails. The file section is where you can drag and drop. So if you've sent the school a price proposal, or if you've sent them demo account information, whatever, you can just drag and drop that information. So for example, I have a demo account that I've created here. You can just drag and drop the demo information. All the files related to the school can be stored within the file section. So that's right here. The notes section is where you can add notes on the school. For example, this school was referred to me by a school called ABC, so I can write referred by ABC school HOA Miss Nadia, and I add that note. So anybody who's looking at the CRM at a later date can go through the notes as well. Now I'm going to set a to-do for this school, and by the to-do I will say I have to call on Monday. And I say I can put the time, so I want to call them on Monday next week, which is the 26th, and maybe I want to call them at 9 a.m. in the morning so I can get them. And I can add here call, meeting, task, anything else. Task could be send them an invoice, send them a revised proposal, whatever it is. So I'm going to say call, and I'm going to say create. So this action point will show up here in my to-dos. I would be able to see, like you can see, call on Monday. You can filter these action points by the default pipeline or renewal if you're doing a renewal sale. Filter by, you can type the name of the leads and type of to-do. You can also filter by type of action point like calls, or filter my emails, so on and so forth. Going back to the leads. So now, for example, I have already had a meeting with XYZ and I've sent them a price proposal, and they are on the, I've set them account information and they're on the free trial stage. So I can click here on this icon, change stage, and I can move them. These are all the stages. Presented the product, they're on free trial, prospecting to quote, quoted, invoiced. Customer support is after they've been onboarded, and when they're being onboarded. And subscription sales year one is that they've subscribed now and they've moved into the regular user category. So let's say I'm now moving them to free trial, and I can click change stage. And now if I go back to my pipeline, you can see XYZ school has now been moved to my stage. Now, for example, I'm sending them a quote, all right, I'm prospecting to quote, and they've told me their number of students. What I can do is I can edit it by adding what products I want to add. So products are already predefined in the system for us. So for example, this is they are buying I Read Arabic from me, tier 1. And the dollar price is $13 by default. Maybe I'm offering them a 10% discount. I can add that here. Quantity is how many subscriptions. They want 200 subscriptions for I Read Arabic, and click add product. So you can see the value will be added to this school. I can add another product. Say they are also interested in I Start Arabic. I can write ISA tier 1. The standard price is $10. Maybe I'm offering the product to them at $8 or $9, whatever. So say I give them a 20% discount for $8, and they want to buy 1,000 subscriptions, add product, and it's saved here. So you can do this, and this would basically add this total value to this lead. You can also add sources. By sources, you could say that this source, for example, came to me is from where did you generate this lead? So I got this lead from cold calls. So I can add that, cold calls. Or I can add, say I got this lead from an email. So that's there. Or I got this lead from a trade show, or possibly event. I can add marketing event that was conducted, and this will show us from where we are generating our leads. In the reports, I'll show you how all this information is very important. Zones, basically you can add the city. So this lead, say, is in Dubai, like we created, it's already on the system, UAE Dubai. I select this and the lead has been added. It's as simple as this. You can also move leads across the pipeline. So now that we've added a value to this lead and I'm prospecting to quote, you can simply move leads by dragging them and dropping them in the right stage wherever you want. It's always sorted, and so the latest lead you move would show on top, depends where you drop it. So after the leads have been basically processed through all the stages, so say we quoted them and then we invoiced them and wow, we won the lead and we've onboarded them. Once they are here, you can go and there are two options, mark as won or mark as lost. Mark as lost is that the lead dropped and it did not confirm. Mark as won is that, of course, the lead is buying our program. You can say mark as won. Cause, this basically is the reason. You can say mark without cause if it's just a one case, but if it is a case where you're saying mark as lost, then you would say maybe lost due to budget, and this helps you follow up with the school at a later date or for the next year to try and see if they have budget this year, etc. So for example, I'm saying budget and the lead is archived. And so here in the archived leads, you would be able to see so and so school was lost because of budget reasons. If they come back into your pipeline, you can simply click restore lead and bring them back to the pipeline. So I'm going back to the pipeline to show you that I've restored this lead. And there you have it. It's back in the pipeline. You can also add other tags to the school, like this little icon here, or even the icon that shows up here. This is tags, and this tag would be for, we usually use it for different markets. It's up to you if you want to use any kind of tags on your lead. The second thing that I would like to show you on the CRM are the types of pipelines that we have. So there are two pipelines. There's the default pipeline, which is the new sales pipeline, and the renewal sales pipeline. So you click on renewal, and here you would be able to see all the customers who are within the renewal schedule. It starts as due for renewal. We usually at a school here 6 to 8 months before their renewal shows up, and reviewed usage report, and we've conducted an engagement activity, sent a price proposal, in negotiation, waiting for a purchase order, and invoiced. So I'm going to show you how we can bring these schools from a separate pipeline. So let's go back to default, and let's say we want to move our school XYZ now to the renewal pipeline. So you can just click on this school and then say change pipeline over here and move it to renewal by selecting renewal, and what stage, maybe at engagement activity, change pipeline. So now this lead will disappear from my current pipeline and move into the next pipeline. You can see it's no longer here and it's now in the renewal pipeline. We put it in the engagement activity, so let's see if it shows up here. XYZ school. There you go. It's in the renewal pipeline. That's about it. This is the lead value based on the products we set, so it assigns a value. In the insights, you can go into reports and view the reports. For example, how many are in the prospecting stage, how many in the qualified, how many in the presented product, free trial, quoted stage, and invoiced stage. You can export this. You can view it as a bar chart if you like, and you can also export the different pipelines, and you can see by date range your sales activity. You can also filter by, say, product, how many of the I read Arabic products are where in the sales pipeline, etc. It's really comprehensive and it's very useful. Another piece of important information that we now have to start adding, and this is for the data management by Ardash and Lamia, and that is wherever your school is, for example, you need to set the school ID. And so let's look for our XYZ school, and here in the fields section there is a section called schools ID. You just edit value, and depending on the ID that you set for the school in the A2 system, so let's go to the A2 system, for example, and say login. So send me a verification code. Let me just get that quickly. There you go. I'm going to drop that here. Say verify. I'm inside. Now I'll look for this school. Of course it doesn't exist because we just made it up, but let's just, for the purpose of this demonstration, use any school. So you click on schools, and this number that shows up on the extreme left is the school ID. So you just copy this number. For example, let's assume this is the XYZ school. I copy this number and I go back to my Clinchpad system and I drop the value here and I say update field value. So we know school ID 91 is the school that I'm looking for, and then in the reports you can filter by school ID, so on and so forth, different tags. You can even filter by, say, how many schools in Dubai and what's the stage, so on and so forth. There's so many types of reports that you can generate. So this is all in all the CRM program. It's very, very easy to use. And if you have any questions, I'm always available on WhatsApp, email, call. Just reach out to me. Thank you so much.